boat, we're supposed to keep our eyes in the boat and look straight ahead, but I get told constantly, Paula, stop looking at the birds. There are wonderful birds down here to look at, but once you get started in that paddling and that counting, it is very meditative. It isn't that you daydream. If you daydream, you miss a stroke, so that's not a possibility, but it does take you away from everything. The water here on Vancouver Lake is especially special because you see three mountains. You see St. Helens and Adams and Mount Hood, and there are some days that are so incredibly beautiful.
Dragon boat paddling is such a great stress reliever because when you're out on the boat, when you're paddling, you can't think of anything else besides paddling. If you want to do paddling well, you have to really focus on it.
It's so wonderful at the end of a stressful day perhaps, or when things maybe haven't gone that well, to get out on the water in nature and just to be out in the elements with your friends and to give it your all.
Whatever else is going on in your life, you just have to leave it on the shore, and you go out for an hour, you're on the water, in nature, with a great group of friends, and it also motivates you to come out and paddle because you know other people are counting on you to be there. We've had a small group of breast cancer survivors on this team, and some have come from other teams, some have just joined the sport. We haven't been a breast cancer team, but it's really caused me to think about it when a good friend of mine was diagnosed just recently, that it's time for us to step up and have more of a presence in Clark County for the breast cancer survivors in this area that maybe don't want to drive across into Portland to paddle dragon boating.
It's a sport that you continue to get better at, and you don't need to be at any real true level of fitness to begin, and just start wherever you are and to enjoy it.
I first found out about dragon boating because I went to Peace Health, to their breast center, and I asked them for an exercise program, and they said, well, we have one, but we think you need to go to support group first. I went to support group, and across from me were sitting two what I considered very young women who are also breast cancer survivors, and they kept watching and watching, and in a couple of weeks they said, we'd like you to join our dragon boat team. And I said, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, well, they kept at it for a long time, and finally I said, okay, I'll try it. Well, that was it. I tried it, and I never left. I never looked back. I thought it was wonderful. I had just moved to the Pacific Northwest. I was between Seattle and Vancouver, and got diagnosed and got a phone call. They said, we're pretty sure you have breast cancer. And from knowing, I think, one person in Vancouver, I went to knowing more than 100. Really quick, because anytime you're on a breast cancer team, they just surround you, and it's a lot of help. And so it was a great thing for me.
After you get diagnosed with breast cancer, sometimes you feel you kind of shut down and you stop doing the things that you used to do. You stop thinking of yourself as a whole person. You start to identify as just a victim of cancer. And so I think this sport really gives women back their identity. It makes them realize, I can go out, I can accomplish, I'm an athlete at any stage, I can come out at any level and do this sport, whether you've ever done a team sport or not. It's just a great starting point.